All right, we are here with head coach Todd Whitten, senior quarterback Ben Holmes, and redshirt freshman defensive back Kaylin Horton. Coach, you pick up a huge homecoming win, 35-21 over number 20 Texas A&M-Commerce. Just go ahead and give us your thoughts on the game.
Well, I thought it was a great game. A lot of mistakes probably on both sides. Championship caliber teams are able to go out and make some mistakes. We made a bunch in the kicking game. We struggled there, and we were still able to stick together and pull through and get a win. I thought Commerce did a nice job of playing our run. They moved their guys up front around a little bit, so we struggled a little bit, I thought, doing that. But we moved the ball. We made some big plays, both sides of the ball. The interception down there was huge. This football team just keeps finding a way to win and to move forward and to persevere. And they do it in a good way. No matter what happens to us, we seem to keep moving forward, and we keep fighting. So and that's what good teams do. Instead of looking around and trying to blame one another, we just keep battling, and that's what these guys do. So I just couldn't be more proud. I think we're 7-0 and undefeated in conference play, and I think we've got a really good football team. We're a bit banged up. We made many mistakes in the kicking game. Really, the only way to talk about the kicking game was probably it was horrible tonight. So if we don't get that fixed, that certainly will come back to get us. So we've got to redouble our efforts with that. And you got to give Commerce credit too with their kicking game. Some of that they may have made happen. So our hats off to Commerce. They've got a good squad. But I'm really proud of our guys.
Kaylin, we'll start with you. This time of year, it's big pressure situations at every time, and being a redshirt freshman, Commerce is driving only down by 2 scores, and you come up with an interception at the 1-yard line to kind of keep the 2-score lead and the game intact for the Texans. Just what was going through your mind in that situation?
I know the last drive, I let the touchdown. I didn't make the tackle, so I had to get my team the ball back. So that was all I think in my head, the whole drive, get the ball back.
Coach, kind of comment on Kayla, just him stepping into the lineup for being a redshirt freshman, the plays he's been able to make this year and kind of grow.
Yeah, he's been doing great. Really, really proud of Kaylin. Just gets in there and battles. Had a really good concussion, a good injury there. Had to miss some time. And I think he has worked hard to bounce back from that. And so it's just really good to have some young guys step up and perform well. And he's one of these guys that's doing that right now for us.
Ben, now to you. It seems like just another game, another 250 yards, 3 touchdowns to you. What's it like to have a guy like Zamari Manning in your back pocket when you need that big play to happen? You can find him.
Yeah, I think it's safe to say he's my go-to guy. But Chaf on the other side, he is just as good. But Zamari, Zamari, we put in the work every single day in practice, and it's just comfortable throwing.
Coach, one of the things I found most impressive tonight is every time Commerce scored, your offense answered with a touchdown drive. How big was that for you guys?
Well, that's just kind of the way we have been going out and playing ball. When our back's against the wall, we seem to make a play. When we need to answer with a score, we're able to do that. We started doing that at Stephen F. Austin in week 1. So, we've got really good senior leadership, and again, very proud of the way that all of our guys played. But it is, they score, we answer with a score. They block a punt, we answer with good defense. And so we just have really been kind of having each other's back, so to speak. So, and you got to, in order to win championships and to make a run in the playoffs, you got to go out and do that. So, our biggest thing right now is we got to figure out a way to play better in special teams.
Ben, talk about the offense's focus when every time that game got within 7, you guys drove right down the field with long drives.
Yeah, we're always focused, locked in. He makes sure of that. So, but we knew all the senior guys and everybody that was here last year. We knew that this is a championship game, and we knew how tough that Commerce was. So, I just think we stayed locked in from the first snap of the ball to the last snap.
This is a Commerce team that had just about everybody back, and on top of that, with a lot of really good additions. And so we beat a very good football team tonight. A few weeks ago, we beat a very good Angelo team. I think both of them are ranked, so that's certainly something to be proud of.
Kalen had that big interception at the 1 yard line, but early in the game had a big pass that was dropped, and it was ruled to be a backward pass. Talk about your thoughts on that play right there.
It's a huge play for us. And again, they made some mistakes as well. So I'm sure they could kind of say the same thing. But yeah, there was a backwards pass, and we were kind of alert over there, and we're able to scoop it up and score. And certainly that made a big difference in the game. I think we were 7 of 12 on third down. Anytime you go and convert over 50% of your third downs, you're going to have a good chance to win as well. So a lot of good football was played out there. At times it was a little bit sloppy, but when two really good teams that are somewhat evenly matched get out there, sometimes those things tend to happen.
Ben, you told me earlier in the week this game meant a lot to you, just because of the rivalry. It looked like they had a couple of chippy penalties, throwing the mouthpiece, that sort of thing. Speak to how the game affected your mentality, that rivalry affected your mentality going into the game, and maybe the teams.
We just got to stay calm and collected during the whole game, and we'll let them take those penalties, and I let my team know that. So.
How did it being homecoming affect you guys as players?
I don't think it did. I think it's just another game on our schedule. We just got to go out and attack each week and enjoy this one and then get on to Kingsville.
I always tell our guys throughout the course of the season, there are a lot of things that ought to go right for us. Homecoming is one of them. We have a lot of goals we set for ourselves, but if you're a college football player or a coach, homecoming is just one of those things you ought to make right.
The crowd sounded really loud tonight from up in the box. It seemed like they forced at least 2 offensive false starts. Did you feel that way? Did you think the crowd was really into the game, and how do you think it affected them?
Absolutely, yeah. I think we have some of the best fans in all of the country. For many, many years now, I've been blessed to coach the Tarleton Texans and to get to be down in front of those fans. And so I can't say enough about our student body and our school spirit, our great band, and all of the alumni that came back for the game. The stands were full and the crowd was great.
Well, Coach, you mentioned the crowd. You now extend the winning streak to 12. It's the longest in the nation here at Memorial Stadium. So we'll end on that, guys. Congratulations on a homecoming win, and good luck next week.